Alright guys, so welcome to my channel. I'm not exactly sure how many times I'm going to be uploading or whatnot. Alright guys, so this is what I have going on. I'm going to be installing this Bullet Lever Pro on this Nacon Daija. And possibly installing these buttons by Qanba as well. I got the KS series. I understand that this lever was 250 plus and it already has Sanwa lever and Sanwa buttons, but I'm already gonna end up customizing it anyways. I don't like how loud the Sanwas are stock. These are fairly loud, and I have a newborn in the house, so it's kind of like if I want to play and he's asleep, I can't really, I don't want to wake the little guy up. So I've already had a taste of what the Sanwa silence sound like, and these Qanba KS's are pretty darn close. I understand it's like resonance inside the box of, I know there's a difference of what they sound like, but here's some Sanwa silence from my other fight stick, from my May Flash. I understand this is probably closer to the camera. You could probably hear it sounds so much different, but in person it's so much louder. Another reason why I want to change out the Sanwa parts is because sometimes when I'm playing Tekken 8, this ball top spins off on its own, no matter how much you tighten it, whether it's the ball top or the bat top. Aside from this being so loud, a couple of other mods I'm going to be doing to this is I'm going to be adding a USB-C pass-through to this back end right here. The way that they design this is this PCB is soldered directly to the USB port, so or vice versa. So I see a potential of me accidentally dropping it and ripping it apart. So what I have here is I have a USB-C pass-through that I'm going to be installing back here, and I'm going to be deleting this port back here and internally installing this flat USB and having this wired internally. So that way, instead of connecting it through here, I'm going to be connecting it through here. I don't know what it is about this Nacon Daija. It's so picky about its USB cables, and on top of that, the USB cable port kind of just slips out as you're playing. I know this one fits in there perfectly, but just like a little nudge, it doesn't have enough holding power, so it'll just yank out on its own. And that could be from anywhere from me just placing it on the table lightly, or me like moving my knee too abruptly, it'll just fall out. Reason 2 is upgradability. So at some point for this $250 box, I'm gonna have to upgrade it, because there's no way that the PCB will keep up with the newer consoles. With that being said, should I ever have to install a brick board in here of any other kind of boards, universal boards, maybe even a wireless one, there's enough space in here for me to do so. Possibly even relocate any of these. It's only really the only button I'm worried about is this Xbox logo. And also, if I have to, I can drill these holes out, make them bigger, and install screw top buttons. Same over here, I can relocate the Xbox button over here. I'm gonna be removing this Sanwa JLF. I'll start by removing the ball top. Should have did that earlier. All of a sudden it wants to stay on. So what I'm doing is just hanging on to this little slot down here as I turn. Should come out. There it goes. Remove this dust washer. So this is what I had, and just the stock Sanwa that came with it, and I just added one of the auto octo gates. Don't worry, this is not gonna go to waste. I'm gonna be using it on another project, on possibly on an 8-bit Joystick that I have, and it'll be better suited there than here. All right, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna cut these little nubs off with the flush cuts, since the base on the Sanwa is thinner than the Seimitsu. It doesn't sit flush. Test fit. Oh, looks great. So now I'm gonna replace these screws. I was afraid it wasn't going in at first, but that's good. And on the Seimitsu, it's pin different, so I'm gonna do this off camera at a later time. I'm gonna go in here and pull out the diagram and pull these pins out, and then place them in their proper spot, so that way I don't have to rewire anything. The color scheme I'm going with is black, purple, and red. I think I want to do a Ori theme from King of Fighters. Just not sure where I'm gonna order my artwork from just yet. Oh, in case you guys are wondering, let me see, is it in frame? And here I have tucked in a book, UFC or FCG for PlayStation, and then I also have some multi-tool from Gerber to help with the bullet top changes and whatnot. So like right now I'm gonna yank on this and take the bullet top off just to switch it. Oops. Run this down all the way. Give it a quick pinch right here. Tighten that down. And then back into the box you go. And on this side I have a Qanba metallic ball. Alrighty, let's see what this looks like. definitely not as quiet as my Sanwa Auto Mod plus E-Switch combo. Or as silent, but pretty comfortable. So next, I'm just gonna yank off all these wires real quick. So same thing as the other ones. I got a plan for these. They're not going to waste. But instead of wasting money, it got reinvested into some other fight stick, or it's gonna get reinvested. Because the 8-bit dough does not have Sanwa parts. Alright, so with this Nacon Daija, these buttons have a little bit of a, I forgot what they call it, but basically it's a spacer. So that way the artwork can just slip on and off. It's just a little acrylic ring that goes over the buttons. I'm going to be transferring them over to this Qanba Silent KS. Alright, so a quick sound test for myself. Get this off. Ugh. From my old ears, I can almost barely tell the difference. I do notice that this has a bit of a soft, mushy, almost rubbery type feel at the end, but it's not like foam where you can feel the mush all the way. It kind of just has a hard stop. I'm not exactly sure what's in the buttons, but yeah. And there we go. I'm not gonna wire these back up right now because I'm gonna do some mischievous things to this box and drill holes in it. So this should come out right here. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with this. Alright, so this is gonna go right here. So hopefully it doesn't interfere with the Seimitsu lever. I'm sure I'll have enough clearance to run this USB cable in here. And it's going to be internally wired, so I don't have to worry about damaging the PCB, which is under here, by the way. It's under this little cap. It's wired down to this, and this is just the control panel of that. Alright, that's it. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure where this channel's going. Right now it's just a hobby. So like and subscribe for more. Thank you.